Okay, did we go live? That's weird. I know we pressed the go live. Okay. That should... Okay. Okay, there you go. Now that looks like go live is up. I'm going to just post this, forward this to one more group, and then we will begin. Hold on. Do I look too big? Do I look very big on this? Also, I need to ask you guys a question. Also, as much as possible, I need to ask you guys a question also. Okay, I can lower this a bit. There you go. That looks good. And yeah, it's for this, as I said, for the one more group. So share, more options, share to a group. Okay. I should also post like an open question here. Like, hold on, there. Oh, it's a. I can only post a poll. So. Okay, I'll just make it a weird one. Can you guys tell me what you used in Forgotten Realms Constructed? Yeah, it's a weird, very weird poll, but it's a weird way to basically get people to ask, get you guys to maybe ask me and whatnot. We did publish one poll. I think we did. Okay, there, we did publish a poll. Anyway, we can... Hey, Elaine Fernando, thank you for following the stream. And yeah, perfect time. I guess now is a very good time to begin. So, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today, we are going to be drafting Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Pretty much it's the only draft option now because even the quick draft is AFR. Perfectly fine. So, as I mentioned a bit earlier, it looks like black and red are the two main choices for top quality cards, and we kind of got that in Vorpal Sword, although super expensive and super dedicated to black. I might be tempted to take Ray of Enfeeblement. We're looking for other removal options. Hunter's Mark is another removal option, but it's in green, which people are saying is the possibly second to the worst color. So that's another concern. I might just take the Vorpal Sword, but it's a bit sad. We're passing quite a bit of black as well in terms of Fangblade and Shambling Gas. Shambling Gas is quite good. We can take the Hunter's Mark, but we know we're gonna get something very weak off it. I guess we just take the Vorpal Sword. No guarantees that it means anything. I'd pretty much rather have that right now. So we'll just take that. Maybe you can go into black-white equipment. Oh, wait. Never mind. Who passes Ranger class? Okay, they took a common. Oh, wow. This is interesting because there's Ranger class. There's also Grim Bounty as well. Ugh, this is tough. I guess, well, I would have said they took a white card, but there's also your Ambush on the Road here as well. Wow, this is very interesting, guys. I'm definitely going to take Ranger class here because it's very good. I also need another copy of that. I'm really not sure between which of these two I want. I don't like the idea of passing removal, but I might just ditch black altogether. Let's try something different for once. Okay, wait, we got another Grim Bounty, so that we can take that one. We are passing a Circle of Moon Druid, which is not exciting, so I guess we can take that one safely. White is slightly open here, so I guess we can take that. Yeah, we'll just take the Grim Bounty. And we got Sphere of Annihilation. Okay, we have a board wipe. It's very slow, but it's still a board wipe. We're passing an Owlbear. So I guess we can solidly take black. We did pass a few black cards here. Not too sure if if green is going to be our second color. I do like Ranger class. It's relatively splashable, even if it's just... Actually, no. Well, kind of hard to say. It is kind of splashable in a sense. I'm also... Let's see, what am I looking for? Well, I'm wondering how did we get past Ranger... Our opponent definitely took a common. They passed the removal. I'm also noting that there's a lack of red, so it looks like our opponent might have gone into red here, so we should keep that in mind. It's possible that red is out of the picture. Okay, got a dungeon crawler, which kind of needs us to go into a dungeon. Find the path. It's a way to accelerate, so that kind of helps a bit. It's much more useful than dungeon crawler since we're not in white. A one-shot find the path is probably not too bad. Zombie ogre is plausible as well. We need to be on the lookout for what are the good top ends, but if I had to take one of these two, I probably would take the zombie ogre. I wouldn't be happy with either of them though. Just find the path. Now I'll just take the zombie ogre, at least because we can still ditch green if possible. I feel like we might be a... Hey, Tim Sopcat, how are you doing? How is your week? And we got another owlbear, but now we have clattering skeletons and shambling ghast. This is now probably the good time to take shambling ghast. A lot of these are kind of mid-rangey. Yeah, we're taking the shambling ghast right now. And we got Eyes of the Beholder back, as well as Dungeon Crawler. Leather armor is kind of fine. We currently have like 2 pieces of removal. This is super expensive, but it's still relevant. If we get some of the green cards back, I might be worth taking it. The problem with Dungeon Crawler is you have to complete dungeons. We only have... I'm gonna so regret it, but I'm taking the Eyes of the Beholder right now. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah. Right now, in my part of the world, we... the typhoon is leaving, but we are still getting the... But we are still getting a bit of a monsoon rain, so I need to do this really fast. Okay, Horde Robber is fine. No one's into portable host. Looks like everyone's evaluated that white is weak, which is reasonably plausible. It's kind of mid. The word on the street is that blue is the weakest color, but though it looks like someone's gone into this. I might go... Plundering Barbarian and Rapier are kind of late here, though. I might shift to black-red here. Let's see if that pans out. Doing well. Did a few 5, 6, and 4 wins. That very good. Very good. Very above average. So very nice to see that you're doing very well. Okay. I probably don't want another Eyes of the Beholder. Hexblade is... Wait, if a creature died this turn... between the two, I would rather have Hexblade at this point, so it looks like our rare draft is not going to make the cut. Actually, for now, the Plundering Barbarian is also questionable. Mono Black, let's be honest, I don't think... as much as I'd like to make a monocolor deck playable, I don't think we're in a position now where... Well, it's a bit... It's not... we'll see. It's still pack 1, but I don't think it's completely that reasonable. We will have to get a second color somehow, but we need to decide which one it is. Thieves' Tools, yeah, everyone's ditching portable hole. Okay, I will take the Hoarding Ogre here, because it looks like Black-Red Treasure is very reasonable. Yeah, we have treasure. We have plenty of treasures, but not much to do with it. I probably don't want a Great Axe. I think I'll take the Iron Golem here. Kick in the door. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Can't be blocked. Venture. Yeah, let's take the Spike Trap. So we got Malison, which is very good if we're into... Which is very good as a rare. Check for traps. Hulking Bugbear, Swarming Goblins are actually the cards I might be interested in. Hulking Bugbear is double red, which is kind of awkward since we are heavy black at this point. Also, yes, like your comment. So Ethan Grayson's now following. Hey Ethan, how are you? How is your week? And how are you with regards to drafting? Actually, yeah. Technically, Swarming Goblins would be the main pick. Check for traps is reasonable. How many creatures do we have here? 7 and 5. I'm gonna take the Bugbear because it is relatively aggressive versus check for traps. Check for traps is good at ruin, messing up their curve, which is something. Actually, I will take the check for traps. It's just the double. Oh, wait, we got Sorn. Okay, there you go. Okay, now the thing is, yeah, because we have a lot of black and double black for that matter. It's very awkward to take a double red card. Well, we got Sorn. We're hoping the Valor Singer or Evolving Wild's not coming back, but Valor Singer would be nice to have come back. Got critical hit. We got Dragon's Fire, which is perfect. So we're getting kind of rewarded for this. Although it's a case of like the person who was passing to us in pack 1 was taking all the red, but because we kind of shifted into red, we are now starting to take their stuff. Okay, so that said, we have a choice between Valor Singer and Vampire Spawn. Beginning of combat on your turn, target creature gets +1+, which is kind of reasonable for some of the kind of reasonable somewhat, but yeah, let's send a horrible signal to our opponent that red is gonna be gone. Well, we got a Hobgoblin Captain, which I am inclined to take because it's a 2-drop. I might be hoping that this comes back, but I doubt it. Iron Golem is more likely to come back here. I probably should start taking black cards on the comeback here. So basically, the plan here is have a super early aggro plan, which is quite reasonable. We got our we have a good 2-tree curve. We have quite a few 1-drops. The Spike Pit Trap's probably not going to make the cut. Vorpal Sword is kind of awkward here, but again, because of the double black, I really don't want to take a double red card as much as possible. And okay, there is. If you draw a card, exile the top card of your library face down. It's a 6/6 that doesn't even fly. It's just a dude. Yeah, we'll take the Manticore. He might come back. I might be tempted to take it when it comes back, but no. Herald of Adar is a good follow-up, but we are kind of more aggressive than not. Kick in the Door is interesting, but we actually might have some room for it. Jaded Sellsword, not so much. I'm probably going to take at least one Hadar. It might allow us to cut the Zombie Ogre. There's another Eyes of the Beholder. But we'll take the Hobgoblin Captain. We need to be aggro super early. We'll punish the decks that are super late. That's pretty much the game plan. Fingers crossed. Okay, so let's see. Can I change the layout so that you can see the rest? Yeah, this looks much better. Pack 1, I'm probably gonna go with the big layout. Pack 2, Pack 3, I'm probably gonna go with the side layout. It makes it harder to read in the. Is there a way to adjust this? No, not really. So cards we're looking at are Goblin Javelineer. It's fine. I might just take another Hexblade, which I'm not enthused with. It is what it is. It also means less pressure to get red on turn 1, which is an important factor. Although I would like to get more Shambling Gas at this point. Also kind of odd that a lot of our 3-drops are red and our 2-drops are split between red and black. So it's actually quite likely that we might want to have more. We might want to have red early. Okay, there's a Devour Intellect. We got the Valor Singer back. You find some prisoners. It's worth a shot. It's kind of interesting. I do want another creature, but yeah, we'll take the Valor Singer. It's our second one. None of these are super interesting. Probably just take the Ranger's Longbow for the sideboard. There you go. And Null Hunter, Inspiring Bard. Yeah, well, we're just Hey, we got Bruner. So no one's really in red-white, which is kind of interesting. Hey, oh no, this is tough. Okay, so super everything that we want to get. Basically, the cards we're looking at are Hive of the Eye Tyrant. It's just a land, so it's pretty much a gimme. But there's also Power Word Kill, which is probably one of the best kill spells ever. Okay, I'm gonna pre-select power word kill. Let's do a sanity check on our removal. We don't actually have that much. It's like Dragon's Fire, Grim Bounty, Eyes of the Beholder, which is super expensive and I want to replace, Sphere of Annihilation. Someone's gonna have a nice rare. We're taking the power word kill. Okay, so Null Camp, find some prisoners. There's a Nadar Selfless Paladin. No one's really into white. I guess I can just take, well, cause is there anything that's really in for us? Null Camp is actually pretty good. The last time I ran it, I don't mind taking another one of these. I kind of want to just take Nadar for the collection. I am having problems making a deck for the constructed event. Let's go for the win. We'll see if we can do it. Hey, okay. We got Delina Wild Mage. We actually pivoted quite well to red, so maybe not getting that double red card is now not such a great idea anymore. But there's also Battle Cry Goblin. I'm gonna take Delina on the aspect that she's very annoying. I also need to get some rares in. Yeah, now that we've pivoted towards red, I would love to take Hulking Bugbear, but we're gonna probably take another Dragon's Fire here. So we pivoted more to red, so that's interesting, which means we can actually cut the Zombie Ogre, probably the Eyes of the Beholder as well. We still have a double black, but so basically our late game is essentially just Herald, just try to roll our way to victory. But for the most part, it's early aggression. Let's see if we can get through it. It does mean we have to prioritize some things here. I probably would. Yeah, actually, what's our? Yeah, we're kind of dead. We're kind of evenly split. The Vorpal's sword might be super awkward at this point. Actually, the whole thing is actually very awkward. Okay, got Baleful Beholder, which is a good top end. Armory Veteran, we're not gonna get it equipped ever. Swarming Goblins is another good top end we can use. It's a good backup to Herald, I guess. Yeah, we'll take that. I could have taken the Beholder, but there will be times when we don't have a full board. So there's, oh hey, Death Priest of Myrkul. If a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. Yeah, this is a good 4-drop. So we probably we can cut the Iron Golem at this point. Okay, there you go. Probably need to cut. Probably still need to cut something though. The hex blades are very weak for us, so this is probably an easy cut. I would rather have Horde Robber in this case. Whew. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Yep. Okay, we got improvised weaponry, so we got some more removal. Yeah, let's take as much removal as we can. Yeah, didn't really consider much of the others. Though 16 and 9, yeah, we need to make some cuts. We got even Faraday's Fireball. I am seriously considering cutting the... Yeah, so maybe we can drop the Dead Priest of Myrkul at this point since we're not that controlling. The Grim Bounty is still fine. Hey, we got the Hulking Bugbear back, so we can actually pivot to red now. Which means, yeah, check for traps can go. Shambling Ghast is still fine. Find some prisoners. Actually, Goblin Javelineer is now fine here because we've now pivoted very hard towards red. I really want to try this, but hey, we got Thieves' Tool. Oh, Dueling Rapier is a good fit here because it's basically it's a 1 mana buff. Boots of Speed is kind of fine too as well. We probably don't want more hex blades. So the green didn't pan out, but it turns out that's very fine. Now so we can actually cut the hex blades altogether. Got an unexpected windfall there. Actually, this whole draft has been an unexpected windfall. It looks like whoever was passing to us in pack 1 was really going into reds, and we kind of noticed it, so we ended up cutting them off, and it kind of messed them up. That's probably the case. If that's the case, I sincerely apologize. Not really. The Vorpal Sword. Okay, got 2 pieces of equipment. This one's super unrealistic. It's just, but it is +2/+0 in Death Touch. I might cut it though. It is super unrealistic. I can still shift towards mostly black at this point if I need to change the deck a bit. The Sphere of Annihilation. I guess I'm willing to keep it to give it a try. So that means we need to evaluate our creatures and our spells. James Cashman. Hey, James, thank you for liking the stream. How are you? How is your week? How was your week and how is your week gonna be? Yeah, so we're now most. I don't like the idea of passing this. Or shelving this. I could shelve Herald of Hadar, but that is super late game. We still need to have a late game. I might cut one Herald. And I am tempted to just cut one land, which is super risky, but we are operating on a very low curve. So this is worth a shot. And oh, by the way, I did, going through the mastery, I did unlock this sleeve. Yeah, let's select that. Not exactly the most how do you say this? It's very straightforward. That's the one thing I can say about this. We didn't exactly get that many treasure payoffs, but we do have ways of accelerating ahead, so that is a plan there. I am also going to make some adjustments over time to see, because this is super aggro, it also means that we are heavily pressured on our mulligans. We need to have a play on turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. It's that. We can hold removal on turn 2, I guess, because that is one way around it. But for the most part, we have to have plays turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. We have to have aggro along that route. It's also possible that our biggest weakness now would actually be green, because those have larger creatures. They do tend to stabilize mid game. So as it is, this is super slow. We can improvise weaponry something. We are going first, so that's an advantage to us. So we can snipe something their turn 2 play. We can play a Hoarding Ogre or even Swarming Goblins no matter what happens. Generally it's probably Hoarding Ogre. If they don't answer this, we can start making treasures to catch up here. So we have a plan. Now, does the plan survive first contact with the enemy? That's another story. And yeah, while we're waiting on this, I could use some help on figuring out a deck for Forgotten Realms Constructed. It's like I have so many Theorycraft decks. Like, I know the ones that everyone's doing is like the super rare ones. Worst case scenario, I might just end up doing the Lina because, well, it's something. Okay. Well, I probably should not have played the mountain first if that's the case. Opponent is skipping a bit, so we'll see what their 2-drop is. Now the concern is opponent is playing it slow. I will just play the Hoarding Ogre. It probably gets countered, but so be it. Yeah, there's a counter. Go ahead. So counter Scry. Yeah, sure. So we need to see. Yeah, I kind of wish this was another pair of goblins. I could just improvise weaponry their face just to get a treasure token. Yeah, because we did miss out on land. So And if it's really bad, I can Dragon's Fire end of turn. Opponent is really not playing anything. Okay, we did get the mana. Oh, seriously, is our opponent just playing counter spells? Okay. So be it. So the question now is, can we respond to whatever they play next? This is very interesting on our opponent's part. It's literally just it took advantage of the fact that we had no early game plan. Or rather, we had an early game plan, we did not have it. Opponents hit all their land drops too. Thieves' Tools, sure. Makes another treasure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could literally just be sitting back in so many bar the gates, but I can't do anything about it. I still have to keep casting spells. Show me another one, because... Whoop. Okay, they're eventually gonna run out of counter spells, unless somehow our opponent... Hold on, let's double check. Okay, they're only going through the... My concern is that our opponent is gonna going to venture quite a bit into the... It's going to hit a lot of their venture, then cards like Precipitous Drop really go up in value. If I want to be mean, I can play Sphere of Annihilation. Just wipe the board now. Okay, does he have... Did our opponent really draft that many barricades? Okay, let's pass. Our opponent probably does have removal for this, so... We need our opponent to start running out of cards. Not very easy considering our opponent's in the color that draws cards. Shambling Gate. So we can't exactly get past this one. Deadly Disputes to sack that. Okay, so that's one way out of it. This doesn't buff, unfortunately. But our opponent had to spend 2 cards to kill our 1 card, though they do draw 2 cards in the process. We actually are missing a dragon, so that is an issue. So our opponent could have easily gotten into lots of removal and lots of counter spells, which is a thing. Precipitous Drop. Okay, they are going to finish that. They are going to finish it, so that will kill this one. So essentially, how many pieces of removal is that? Yeah, I'm not going to bother this because now my concern is, does our opponent have a way to get out of this? I'm now tempted to Skullport Merchant. So create a treasure token. Could draw a ton of cards. Problem is, that is our big kill spell. I kind of want to wait a bit. Like, our opponent just equips this, it just makes it unblockable, which is fine. It is what it is. Opponent actually got us under control. Triple barred the gate, what the heck. They are down to the... Okay, Arcane Investigator. I want to see if they actually just spend the mana to draw a card. Because my yeah, I guess we can wait a bit. Nah, we did pay removal. We are gonna spend it. We need to kind of empty out the rest of these cards. It does force our... Oh, opponent didn't even roll. Okay. So it looks like our opponent is planning to cash these in. So play a Horde Robber. That will incentivize our opponent to equip. You find the villains there. Oh, wow. They really are playing all their counter spells. So I am still gonna wait. It's gonna be patience, I guess. So because we were not able to apply pressure early, our opponent is able to just counter everything away. That's like, what, 4 counter spells? Okay, there's a Ginny Wince here. So my concern is if our opponent... I need our opponent to spend more mana on the card, because if they just have another one of these, Soul Knife Spy. Okay, they're going wide. I need them to cash in that last card. We'll take the hit. Because that last card could be a counter spell. Put 2. Could still be a counter spell. So we're going to take a big hit here, but... Wow. So we need this to be x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just going to make this x equals 7. Oh, please. He has a counter spell? Well, technically, our opponent could also sacrifice a treasure in response. Okay. No counter spells, and you come to a river bounces creatures. We are giving our opponent a big hit on us. They might be incentivized to draw cards. So that's it. So that is an issue. Oh wait, oh come on, don't tell me they have a response to this. And the problem is, yeah, just because we... Yeah, might as well sacrifice... They're gonna cash everything in. So the catch is, can we survive the rest of our opponent's stuff? So it's looking like Null Camp is probably something I would cut now. I might actually just cut it for another creature. So there we go. So opponent is cashing in everything. Yeah, but it's not helping us. Yeah, that was like, what, 4 counter spells and 1 removal spell. So the Null Camp is... It's actually good in some cases, but just not in this case. Also, it's kind of weird our opponent is passing. They probably have a counter spell. Okay, they probably have a removal spell. Because it's like 11 lands. Yeah, Charm Sleep. So, yeah, just all removal. They're eventually going to drop something that can kill us. So far, it's not there yet, but it will. Yeah, opponent just literally controlled us out. So... Our plan didn't pan out. Kind of forced to do this. At least we don't get extra damage for that. Unfortunately, I'm very sure our opponent has something big. It can't just be all these small creatures. They probably have some... Oh, Fate's Reversal. Okay, that counts too. Yeah, so we're not gonna win this first game, so we'll have to lick our chops that way. We will need to draw a Grimbound, but it does help us evaluate the cards we have. So somewhat unfortunate that we... Somewhat unfortunate there. Our opponent just literally sat on... How many creatures did they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They also have creatures, but they're not creature heavy. In fact, they're a lot more spell heavy than that. So that is one way to build around it, which is plausible. So now I have M-Force to answer this. Yeah, this is not the... It's fine, at least when I first played it, but it's not the best. We'll make the necessary adjustment. So yeah, we will discard a card. Our Text Blade. Yeah, we need to hit. Okay, that's good game. So we got controlled out on that one. That was, on one hand it feels annoying, but on the other hand you realize that those were all 3 mana counter spells. The only, I guess the real fault was on our end. We did not, remember I said we needed to mulligan aggressively? We did not. So that's where that's how we got punished. So we need to reevaluate some of our 2-drops. Like this one needs to be replaced with an actual Hexblade. The Dueling Rapier probably gets cut at this point. We probably just add another Hexblade. We just need to have creatures early. We don't need to spend treasure on them, although spending the treasure is nice. So we're gonna make that bit adjustment. The land mix is still fine. Let's hope that we do much better this time. Otherwise, things are not gonna look so great for us. But you know what? It is what it is. So, well, at least we have a start. It will be awkward if our opponent has a Shambling Ghast. Lane, okay. So they get a treasure. They don't spend it on Shambling Ghast, which is good news, which means we can just burn this out first. There's no good reason to let this stay alive. Unfortunately, we do need Hitman. Do they actually have a response? Feign Death. Wow, that's a 1-mana trick? Okay, but something to keep in mind. But now, yeah, looks like the real treasure deck is gonna start hitting us, and we're gonna get punished for having only 2 mana at this point. Wow. So yeah, that's a very good one. Yeah, oh wow, we're so punished now. I might as well swing with this one. But wow, we kept a really greedy hand. Yeah, this was very greedy. We have to realize that most of our drops are actually on the tree range. But sometimes that's magic. I also don't think our opponent's gonna swing with Kalane at this rate, so we're gonna have to, we'll take our chops for now. We find some prisoners. Okay, they took the Grim Bounty. Oh wow, and those were the lands we needed. Yeah, they just kill whatever we drop. They get chump block on the other one. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to concede this one early. Wow, that was super. We got really punished for that one. Again, I said before we have to mulligan aggressively. I did not. So I'm getting punished for this really hard. And come on, I need to win at least one game. This is gonna look so awkward if I don't. So I probably will bump up the number of lands again. Yeah, actually now I think of it, it's 9 and 6, so it's not. I do want to cut one card. Probably the Javelineer. It's okay in aggro early, but it doesn't really do us any favors. Oh my goodness. And the You Find Some Prisoners was actually very good in messing up our next land draw. So maybe there is some merit to actually taking that next time. I probably will consider giving that one a try. Okay, we have to mulligan this. Opponent goes first. That also hurts us. Okay, this one's keepable. which do I want more? I'm dropping the Grim Bounty because there's a chance that we don't have an because there's a chance we don't hit the second black drop. Okay, so we now have an excuse to wait if our opponent's gonna delve. Yeah, if our opponent's this is definitely a dungeon delving deck, but okay. So the Valor Singer is actually does give us some good timing because it allows us to swing with Bugbear. See if our opponent trades. Oh, they do trade. Okay, that's actually fine because it means that their torch is doing nothing. Our opponent could have easily just taken the hit, equipped the torch. It's possible that they do have something bigger now. Moonstalker, that's fine. Arcane Investigator, they're both fine. So I want to see if our opponent's gonna trade for this. Oh, it just takes it. So I'm just gonna run these two out since our opponent is down to now up to 2 cards. I kind of withheld on Delina a bit. That will stall us out a bit. Now I have to take out the Arcane Investigator because that draws cards over time. So I'm gonna put points in the Hexblade, swing with this. We'll see how our opponent blocks. Okay, that was expected. That's opponent is now they're going to start equipping this. They did go for the cheap one. So it makes a Goblin token, that's fine. Our Grim Bounty is unfortunately on the bottom, so that's something to consider. Hold on, because they can put a +1 or each opponent just loses 1 life. So I'm actually gonna just swing with the Valor Swinger here. Valor Singer. Yeah, they're just gonna take. The Gloomstalker only becomes dangerous when it only becomes dangerous when it finally completes a dungeon, which will be next turn, so that's something to consider. So no safety for us here. Well, we do have a PWK. So we're gonna hold on to that. This is a super gamble. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, this. Except it's not legendary. Sure, let's roll 9. Okay, we only got 1 copy. So that didn't pan out well. That whiffed. So we lose the Lina. Opponent probably can trade. Oh, they are going to trade. Okay. I could have waited for them not to draw a card. So yeah, we're gonna kill this first. Yeah, thankfully no counter spells unlike that first game. I'm still traumatized by that one. Priest of Ancient Lore. Draws a card, gains a life, gets to equip Priest. Gets to equip with this torch. We have an Armory Veteran. So at least the important part is that the payoff is not getting the count. The payoff is the actual payoff is not getting paid off. Blue Dragon. Ooh, opponent finally hits a dragon, and our Grim Bounty is in the bottom, so that's a problem. And it's until their next turn, so these get no power for quite a while. And they get to draw a card too. Wow, we could actually still lose this because of our lack of top ends. I do have to take the hit. Now our opponent does have to hold back. Sort of. Soul Knife Spy. Okay, that's not really holding back. I am forced to swing forward though. Oh, they're not they're holding the big one back. We're just gonna go for a venture. Probably chump, since I don't actually have equipment. Yeah, +1/+. Iron Golem. Ooh. Now we're getting flooded. Oh, this is so bad. We're supposed to be the aggro deck, but we stalled out really hard. And it wasn't even removal, we were just trading. So scry one. At least they went for the long dungeon, but now they... Yeah, even if I kill, yeah, we're in so much danger because of this. We did not win at all. Wow, unbelievable. Sometimes that's the nature of draft. Sometimes you don't get through. And yeah, so much for our best laid plans. It turns out, yeah, the thing is, we just went black red aggro. We did not actually get any treasure payoffs. Like no Kalane, no. We only got like one guy that makes treasure, and we don't exactly have anything big to ramp up to. So this was just dumb aggro. So just because black and red are the best colors doesn't necessarily mean it will work. Now, unfortunately for me, it means that I'm going to have to do another draft at another time, since I really want to hit platinum. But for now, it is what it is. So there you go. We'll just have to lick our chops and try again. That's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. But you get to see me make the mistakes so that you don't have to. And anyway, until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great weekend, everyone. No, have a great week. The weekend's over.